and welcome back to our podcast, Unscripted. We haven't done this in,
Yeah, it's
what
been
was
a
it,
minute.
like 3 months?
Yeah, I think, wasn't it right after I got back from Bonnaroo?
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, June.
yeah, and it's October.
Yeah.
But we're back. We're going to try to get this more consistent, I think. As you can tell, we're in a different setting. We didn't just move into this place. We've been here.
Yeah, we've been here since the 1st of August, but
Yeah.
we finally figured out a setup.
Yeah, this is our setup for now. Right now, I'm using my GoPro because of my SD card's too small or something for my actual good camera. So I'm not sure how this quality is going to look, but we should sound okay from what I'm looking at on the laptop. But I guess we'll see once this is done. But yeah. And we had to like back here is a table. I don't know if you can see me, and back over there is a table, and we had 2 lamps back there, and it was messing with the video, so we had to move the lamps kind of like back behind the camera, so it looks really jank in here right now.
We're going to have to check after this video, after we make this, but I'm almost positive that we haven't done a podcast where Arden hasn't worn a Warriors t-shirt.
Did I wear one last time?
Yeah, one of them. I don't know about the other, but you did.
I
for
probably
one
wore
of
the
them.
Clay jersey.
Yeah.
Clay's the man. Just saying.
Kevin Durant's coming to New York next year.
No.
It's already on Instagram. Go check it out.
I doubt he'll do that, though.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of talk about Kyrie and Kevin Durant coming to New York and Jimmy Butler. And if we don't get any of them, which we probably won't, but I'll be upset just because we're starting to get hyped up about it.
Yeah.
Porzingis can't stay healthy for a full season either.
See, I just don't see if they get those 3, how in the world can they pay those 3 enough money to keep them there?
Easy. Trade Tim Hardaway Jr. And after that, we just have a bunch of rookies. Kevin Knox is making like $1 million a year. That's it. He can play. Who else we got? I don't even know who else we got because we're fucking terrible. Oh, we got Cantor. He's out there to bully people and talk crap.
I don't know. I don't see Durant leaving just because he's winning championships. Why would he want to leave?
More money.
Well, but I don't know.
Yeah, but we talked about sports in the last one. We probably need to talk about something different.
Yeah.
A big topic, obviously, is the Carter 5 coming out.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts?
I still haven't listened to the whole thing, but from what I've heard, from what I've listened to, I'm not crazy about it.
No, I'm not either.
But I also, I don't know. It's hard to judge just because the last album that Lil Wayne actually dropped was like the Carter 4, which was like 6 or 7 years ago.
That was middle school. I was in I think it was 7th grade.
I think I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
And he's been working on the Carter 5 since then, right?
Hmm.
And I feel like some of those songs just don't fit like the music style now. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like some of it doesn't really fit.
Well, a lot of it was made from earlier. There was a tweet from Travis Scott where he tweeted in 2014, 4 years ago. I think it was 14, that he made he was talking about how he made a fire song with Lil Wayne, and he hopes he makes it to the Carter 5.
Yeah.
So obviously a lot of it was the older music that we were middle school, high school with. But see, that's what I was hoping for, because I was hoping to get more of President Carter, Nightmares of the Bottom, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it just it wasn't even close. It was a mix between the new and the old.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it.
It may change my mind the more I listen to it, but there's one day I work at a grocery store, and there's one store that I usually have to travel to, and it takes me almost an hour to get there. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna finally sit down and listen to it, and I shuffled it, and there was a couple songs I was like, okay, these are pretty good, and there was a few I was like,
Yeah, that's how I felt. The only ones that I think I kept for good on my playlist was Don't Cry, just because I love Triple X.
Yeah.
Let It Fly, because I love Travis Scott. Everybody knows that. Start This Shit Off Right. I love that song. That's like a throwback 90s, early 2000s song. I really like that one. Other than that, I got Uproar. What About Me? Honestly, I think those are the only 5 songs I kept.
Yeah, I haven't been the biggest fan about it so far.
I stayed up till like 3 a.m. listening to it twice the night it came out. Because
I
I wanted to listen to it once, and I wanted to listen to it again to like make sure that I was like, okay, do I really not care for this, or was I just missing something? I don't know, the more I listened to it. I actually saved about 9 songs off the bat. I ended up deleting 4 of them.
Yeah. I see, I haven't even listened to the full... I don't think I've listened to the full thing yet, like one time through. But
actually, I saved Uproar too, just because I like all the dances. Have you seen that on Twitter? There's so many dances, mainly New York people, but they go crazy dancing that song.
Yeah.
Need to watch some.
I guess I'll probably just need to like listen to it more. It may grow on me. I don't know.
I don't know. I like Logic's album a lot better. I've listened to Logic's album every single day.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people that are like, oh, I don't know anything about music and don't even know who Logic is, but like Logic is one of the best.
Yeah, I know. There's about to be a lot of comments like, what are these people talking about? Lil Tunechi, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yes, he is, but this just like, it was like Drake's Scorpion. This is not that good, and everybody hypes it up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's 3 songs on there we like, so it's good automatically.
Yeah.
You know, Scorpion went 3 times platinum today?
I saw that. I saw somebody tweeted it or something. It may have been you.
Astroworld is just platinum, and Scorpion is 3 times platinum. But that came out this summer, so, you know, obviously Astroworld could get to that point. Yeah. But Astroworld, in my opinion, is 100 times better. And I mean, Astroworld may or may not even be my favorite Travis Scott album, and I feel like it was a lot better than Scorpion.
Yeah, I feel like just because like Lil Wayne and Drake have like the name, it's Drake and Lil Wayne. People are like, it's got to be good. It's going to be good. Like it's automatically good just because their name's on it.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I get that because in the past they've come with great albums, and great songs and stuff. But
I will say the Wu-Tang Forever song on Logic's album. I fuck with it because everybody that comes on, it's all the Wu-Tang Clan except for I think ODB is his name. He died. He's like, you know, so obviously he can't be in the song, but it's every other member. Yeah. And RZA is like RZA. He has the best freestyle on that song, I think.
Yeah. If you don't know the album we're talking about, it's Young Sinatra 4.
Yeah, it's spelled YSIV.
But it's his Young Sinatra. It's this thing he's been doing for a long time.
Yeah, he has 3 different personas. It's like himself, and then he has Bobby Tarantino, and then he has Young Sinatra. And what's your favorite one?
Out of what? Like
the 3 personas that he has.
Probably Bobby Tarantino.
I don't know. I like it, but I like that boom bap a lot. I think that's his pocket that he just like fits into.
I like Bobby Tarantino just because it's just like a childish kind of like do whatever like
Logic's like the so like the album with the 1-800 whatever, that was just Logic being himself, like, you know, trying to be a nice guy, help the world, help people, you know, see different things in society. And then Bobby Tarantino is just him being ignorant. Like, he's just being out there.
That's why I love all the Bobby Tarantino stuff.
And, like, it's just not him at all. Like, maybe it is. We don't know what he's like in real life. But then Young Sinatra, I don't even know how to classify that. I think it's just him trying to be like a throwback kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can explain it. And, you know, that would make sense because of the Wu-Tang song. But 100 Miles and Running, his last verse on that is crazy. I don't even think he's saying words.
I don't know.
It's moving his mouth.
Yeah, but if anybody hasn't heard of Logic or like heard this album, you need to go listen to it like right now because it is amazing. And I don't remember what it's called. It may be called like Thank You or something like that. It's like the second song in the album, but he calls his fans the Rat Pack. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And like in the song, like, you know how it has like the name and then it says featuring blah blah blah.
Yeah.
In that song, he says featuring the Rat Pack, and he has a bunch of like voicemails that he has from fans in the song, and it's the coolest thing ever because it says like take me for instance, it'd be
I
me.
think I remember that.
Me leaving him a voicemail saying, "Hey, this is Arden from Tennessee," and then it would skip to the next person and be like, "Hey, this is blah 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 from Oregon." Like it's super cool.
Yeah, that's what I like about him is he's always thinking over the top. You know, nowadays it's so easy for people to just they go in and they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna lay this trap beat down. And I'm gonna talk about money and violence and women, and I'm just gonna make a song." And I feel like as listeners we kind of fall victim to that too, just because like Lil Baby and Gunna, they're arguably my favorite artists right now, and I mean, like, I would argue myself as a huge fan that a lot of their songs are just that. Like, it's that simple. But I still love it every time. But Logic takes another step forward trying to, expand it.
What I really love about Logic is most of his, I would say the big majority of his songs, at the very beginning, he always, it's like him in the studio just getting up to the mic and he's like, all right, we're going to start this off. And he leaves that in the song. Yeah. Like, whereas most rappers would, be like, okay, cut all my gibberish out at the beginning. But he, leaves it in.
Yeah, because he's actually talented. Like, he can freestyle. He's probably one of the best freestylers.
Yeah. What song? I think it's Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Where or Flexecution. I don't remember which one, but he
No, it's Super Mario World because he has all those little ad libs. He's like, yeah, keep that.
Yeah, that's what he does. He says the hook to the song, and he goes,
my goodness, oh my god.
Yeah, he goes, all right, that's lit. That's gonna be the hook right there, and he leaves that part in the song.
Yeah,
he's so good. I love Logic.
I'm trying to think. Kodak had a song that night. Cause I stayed up listening to all this. But Kodak's beat was really nice, but I didn't really like the song all that much. I want to know where Yondi's at because I like Kanye a lot.
I heard that he didn't drop that. I haven't paid attention to it, but that one night when I was like, okay, we got 3 albums to listen to, talking about the Carter 5, Logic's, and Kanye's. And then I never saw where Kanye's dropped.
Well, I saw where he was postponing it to the next day just because, out of respect. It was either out of respect for Lil Wayne or the fact that he knew everybody was going to listen to the Carter 5.
Yeah.
So either way, it was smart on his part. But now they're saying it's going to be I think they said late October, early November. Because Kim tweeted something about it and she was like, I promise it's worth the wait. But it's only 8 songs, so what else could he have to work on?
Yeah, I was listening to the radio. I was listening to 104.5 and they featured a part of one of the songs on Yondy. I don't remember which one it was or what it was called, but it actually sounded pretty good.
I also just want to point out, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say I was listening to the radio the other day in a long time.
Yeah.
At least me personally. I don't go anywhere without an aux cord.
Well, some of them, I'll turn on the radio because I work 5 minutes away and I just don't feel like plugging in my phone and having to go in there and hit play and all that. I just radio, whatever.
Yeah.
But I did hear a piece of one of the songs on the album and it sounded pretty good. And that's coming from me. I'm not a Kanye fan. I've never liked Kanye.
I like Kanye a lot. Also outside of music, whether so right now with all the political stuff surrounding him, I know it's not something to get into. And I'm not saying his view is right or wrong, but I'm just saying that regardless of what his view is, the fact that pretty much the whole SNL cast was like, dude, you're dumb for doing this, or your beliefs are stupid, pretty much.
Yeah.
And we're bullying him not to wear that hat. It's it makes me feel good that a role model like that will just be no, this is what I believe.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna believe in and stand up for. Whether it's right or not, like I said, I don't really care.
Yeah.
He could be oh, I love Hillary, and I'd have been if everybody was bullying him no, you have to like Donald Trump, I'd be all right, at least he's standing up for it.
Yeah, I do think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I've whenever I first got into hip hop, it was NWA first, and then it was Kanye. Those were the two things that got me into it.
Yeah, I've never liked Kanye really, just in a few songs that I like, but mainly it's songs that he's just featured in. He just has one verse in, Forever with who's in there? Drake, Lil Wayne, Kanye,
Eminem. Yeah,
that one I really like, but there's not a pure Kanye song that I really enjoy.
Yeah, see, I liked all of his albums, like Graduation, College Dropout, all that stuff, just because it was different. He really like tries to stretch outside the box. Good Life, favorite all time Kanye song. Can't explain why. It just has such a like feel good vibe to it.
Yeah.
But like when we would go on road trips in high school, me and my girlfriend, I remember like the first trip we ever went on to Florida. That's all I played was like the 3 Kanye albums.
Yeah. I don't know. Just Kanye has never been like in my soul. Like I have to like Kanye. I've never just been like, oh yeah, he's so good.
Yeah.
But
I understand that. I'm trying to think of who else. I don't think there was any other music that dropped that night.
I don't think so. I think Logic's is a lot better than the Carter 5. I mean,
yeah. Even that One Day song, like I'm not a huge fan, but it's just so much different. It's nice to listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a part of Young Sinatra, the actual song Young Sinatra 4. I can't remember. He said something and it just like blew me away about him, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, actually, there was that song "Neighbor" by Juicy J and Travis Scott. Did you listen to that one?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just like any other song, pretty much to me, especially like any other Juicy J song, because it starts out with Travis Scott doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know, like more vibes and music than words, and then you just have like Juicy J's overpowering voice just come in.
Yeah.
And talk about like all the just the outlandish things he raps about. I mean, it was okay. I listened to it for about a week.
Yeah.
But what'd you think about, as a non-golf fan, what'd you think about Tiger and the whole fans rushing the course?
I think it's freaking cool. I mean, I enjoy golf. I like watching it. I suck at it, but I like playing. But
he does suck at it.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad. But I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Just like he was the world's greatest golfer ever, and then he had all this stuff happen, like with his wife and the back surgery and all that stuff, and then comes back
like 3 or 4 back surgeries.
Yeah, like big back surgeries, not just like, I don't know.
Yeah, out for like a year at a time.
Yeah, like big things happen, and comes back and wins, and like I'm pretty sure the doctors told him like you could probably never swing a club again.
Well, they said there's a chance.
Yeah.
They did predict that like he would never be the same.
Yeah.
Which arguably he has or hasn't been, but either way he won.
Yeah.
He's good enough to win again.
Yeah, I still think it's pretty cool.
It was funny though, because what made me think of it was me and Arden were watching that moment together on TV, and I just think it's funny because for anybody that knows my father, he calls me during the middle of the tournament, or like while they're rushing the course behind him. And as soon as my phone rings, I'm like, oh, it's Dad. Probably call me about Tiger. And right before I pick it up, Arden goes, I bet your dad going, you watching this shit? That's exactly what he said as soon as I picked up the phone. And he's just real old timey. He was like, man,
yeah,
you see this?
If you don't know the moment that we're talking about, Tiger's on the last hole, and he's pretty much going to win, like.
Yeah, like
unless he like 6 putts or something stupid, then he's bound to win. And he's just walking down the fairway with his caddy, and like all the fans and everybody that was at the course like comes onto the fairway with him, and is literally like, it looks like literally like, I don't know, like the lead person of an army leading the whole army into like battle is what it looked like to me. And you had Tiger leading the whole pack.
Yeah.
It was so mind blowing.
Yeah, all they could do was just put security around Tiger. That was it.
I don't think they weren't supposed to be like on the fairway.
No, absolutely not. They rushed it. The guy that I actually have an interview with tomorrow was there. He was watching it. I mean, like, he was there live in the crowd.
Yeah.
He said that like one person just ran through the rope. Like didn't even like take it down, just ran straight through it, and then everybody followed him after that.
Yeah, and they could not stop it because there was so many people.
Because I don't know how much security they had there, but when I was at the Players Tournament, they had like eight police officers like on the course with Tiger, like on that hole. And so there's probably 10,000-20,000 people at least following him.
it was just such a cool moment, like, to watch.
Yeah.
Just because it was like Tigers come back, and then
Could you imagine being so famous that just to play a round of golf, you have to have police officers follow you around?
yeah, that'd be freaking awesome.
That would be awesome. But like, just to play a round of golf, you have to have security.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just can't it's same thing about like other professional athletes or rappers. Like, I just can't imagine being so good at something that like I have to literally have people protect me from other people because they like what I do so much that they like want to come touch me or like interact with me.
I can't also imagine like being so famous that literally like you can't walk out your door without somebody knowing who you are. Like,
oh yeah,
like everybody in the world knows who Tiger Woods is, and like if we walked outside and we saw like Tiger Woods in the parking lot, there's not a chance that we wouldn't be like, there's Tiger. Like, there's not a chance that we would just be like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we would definitely be like freaking out.
Yeah, it is weird how we hype other people up, but I mean,
yeah.
What would our lives be like if we didn't have, you know, like Monday Night Football or like the playoffs to like look forward to? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just can't imagine being like so famous or so good at something to where like everybody knows who you are. Like anybody knows who you are.
Yeah. I feel like this chair makes me look abnormally small. I mean, I'm not huge, but
yeah,
this chair is pretty fat.
I love that chair.
I know, it feels good, but like if I sit back, can you hear me? Is it picking my voice up?
Barely.
Yeah, see? Can't do it. Or maybe nah, fuck it. We're already halfway through the podcast.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
All right, so I feel like I've been bringing up a lot of topics. Is there anything on your mind today that you want to speak out to the choir?
Not that I can think of. Fantasy football. We can talk about that.
No, we're not talking about fantasy football.
Why not?
This is my team is getting fucked. I'm trying not to use profanity on this webcast or on this podcast as much as possible, but my team is getting fucked.
Yeah.
Hard. I have Patrick Mahomes on my team. Week 1, I won because I played a really bad team. Or not a really bad team. Actually, it was Turner. He had a really bad week.
Yeah.
That's his only loss.
And he beat me.
Yeah. And so then the next week, I've had Mahomes, and I sat him on the bench. I was like, there's no way he's going to play better than Deshaun Watson because I was banking on Watson to play like he did last year. And he didn't have a week like that until this week. And so I got beat because Mahomes had like 25 points better than Deshaun Watson. If I would have played him, I would have won by exactly 1 point.
Yep.
And then, don't even get me started on Demaryius Thomas. Demaryius Thomas has been the biggest bust. And week after week, I've left him in the game. But after this week, no more. I took him out.
Yeah.
But I also have Mark Ingram coming off suspension. Devontae Freeman's back from injury. And Doug Baldwin played last week. It was decent. So I'm thinking it's going to – that 1-3 is going to turn around real quick.
Yeah. So he's 1-3. I'm 2-2. And week 1, I won. Pretty easily. I beat him by like 30 points. I won like really easily. Second week, I think I won that one too because I went 2-0. And that one was, I think I won by like 10 or 20 with that one too. It was just fairly easy. The third week, I got beat by Turner, the one he was talking about. And I don't remember exactly what happened with that one. I think everybody just kind of played bad.
Yeah.
Because I remember I had Tom Brady playing, and he threw like 2 picks and got me like maybe 15 points, which is bad for like Tom Brady and bad for a quarterback.
Yeah, especially like where you picked him in the draft.
And the last week, I got screwed because I literally lost by like 1.2 is what I lost by. And Tyreek Hill is like super, super good, and he got like 5 points.
Yeah, I also got screwed because I gave a winless person his first win this week because the Vikings defense, a great defense, got me -9 points.
Yeah.
So I was already in a hole.
Who'd they play? I don't even remember.
They played the Rams on Thursday Night Football. So I started Sunday with -9 points. I was already in a hole. And he had Kirk Cousins and Cooper Kupp. So that was like 50 points right there. So it was -9 to 50 when Sunday started, and I still almost come back to win.
Yeah, I lost by 1 point. I needed Tyreek Hill to get like 6 points, and he didn't even do that.
Yeah.
But Tom Brady, he played really well. He had like 300 yards and like 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 2 picks in the same game. And Zeke went off, I'm pretty sure. He had like 30 points for me.
What do you think the biggest surprise in fantasy football is right now?
Mahomes. I mean, nobody expected him just to be a freak like he is. Because last year...
Okay, so I figured you'd probably say Mahomes. So outside of Mahomes.
I'm not too sure. I mean, Bell kind of not playing at all is a big, like...
Yeah.
It's a letdown for whoever has him.
I would honestly have to say, for my biggest surprise, there's a lot of surprises. I just can't think of one right now. Now I'm on the spot like that, but like Disley, that was an up and down ride for you.
Yeah, okay, so Will Disley, he's the tight end for the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. The first week he got like 17 points. The second week he got like 15. And I was like, okay, this dude's looking pretty solid. I'm going to pick him up because nobody had him. He was the number 1 tight end for like week 1 and 2. I pick him up week 3, and I put him in, and he gets like 0.4. He literally gets like 4 yards receiving. And then I was like, okay, maybe it's just a down week, whatever. I leave him in again, and he got like 0.5 and gets hurt. He has to have like ankle surgery or something. He like broke his ankle. So that was a big bust.
I think my biggest disappointment is the fact that Antonio Brown is like wide receiver 20.
Yeah.
And I mean, like having a wide receiver in the top 20, you know, because you have like 4, 5, 6 different receivers, it wouldn't be a disappointment, but it's Antonio Brown. He's been number 1 the last 4 years, and I picked him with the first round pick because I always pick Antonio Brown.
Yeah. It sucks when you pick somebody like really, really high up and you expect them to be like really, really, really good. Yeah. And then they ended up being like average.
Yeah, it does.
I think with my first pick, I picked Zeke. And so far that's been all right. He's like the 6th or 7th running back right now. He got me
David
30.
Johnson. So I made a trade for David Johnson because for anybody that knows, there's no way to get David Johnson and Antonio Brown like in the same draft.
Yeah.
So, but then David Johnson's like running back 15 or something like that. So I mean, they're just both kind of screwing me over right now. But I'm hoping that now everybody is like the way Kamara last year was like feeding off of Ingram because no one really knew what to expect. I think now it's kind of flip-flop. And now that Kamara is like just killing the game, I don't expect them to slack off of him. I just expect now Ingram's going to come in the game, and every time he touches the ball, it's going to be a big play. Because like Kamara last year, he didn't play necessarily all that much as Ingram, but like I think he averaged 10 yards per touch. And if you get 10 touches a game and a touchdown, that's 100 yards, touchdown, 16 points.
Yeah.
So
either that'll turn out really well, or they'll just be like, okay, Kamara's the stud here. Yeah. We need to play him more.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends.
Want to keep him. I think they want to keep them both fresh because then also.
I mean, they'll want to keep them, but it'll either be like, okay, they're both fairly even. We'll give them the same amount of touches, or they'll be like, oh, Kamara's better.
I think they'll get sort of even touches, just because. Number one, you want to keep him. You want to keep Kamara fresh for the playoffs because he's going to be number one. I mean, that's your number one option. But also, Mark Ingram's like 30 now, and I think if I was a GM, I would want to say, let's see if Kamara can make it through the season injury free. As a top running back, and then if he can, while Ingram still has some value, we'll show him off, and then have teams make an offer.
Yeah,
at least that's what I would do because I mean. Drew Brees isn't going to be around much longer. You got to start planning. Maybe trade him for like a good draft pick or something.
Yeah.
And pick up a quarterback. Who would you rather have? All right, if you're building a team today, so you had an expansion franchise, who would you want, Mahomes or Kamara?
I would say Kamara.
I got to go with Mahomes. As much as I love Kamara, you can't beat a great quarterback. And I
No.
really believe he's going to be great.
No, but he hasn't, like... Is this his first year starting?
Yeah, I mean, he started a couple games at the end of the year last year just because everybody knew Alex Smith was on his way out.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say just because, like, we've seen Kamara before, and he's been, like, pretty consistent, like, consistently really good so far. And with Mahomes, it's been like, oh, he's had an outbreak year right now, but we haven't seen if he – it hasn't been long enough to see if he's going to, like, downfall. Because if you remember last year or the year before, Dak Prescott was, like, super, super good.
Yeah.
Him and Zeke were, like, freaks together.
Yeah, but
and then now
Dak
it's just kind of like, yeah.
Dak just made plays when they need him to. It was more the Zeke show. But Mahomes just he looks the part at least. Like, I mean, how do you run? You're getting tackled by Von Miller in midair. You go and throw it left-handed.
Yeah.
To a receiver, not scared to throw an interception. The fact that he's just like not scared to make that play is just incredible on its own.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. But I don't know. It's hard to tell if he's going to like stay like this for good, or if he's going to stay like really really good, or if he's just going to have his outbreak year and then be like, yeah.
All right, so we probably need to set up some kind of schedule for this. So what do you want to do so we can have people expect when to hear from us? And keep in mind, I don't know if people remember, it'll be in the title obviously, but our show is called Unscripted. So sometimes we will have some like dull moments or like pausing moments to think. We literally don't think of anything, or we don't discuss nothing before this podcast. We just sit down, start talking, because we feel like that's the most natural way to like, create content. So, when would be a good time for us to record these?
Anytime during the week, I guess, to record.
Yeah.
I would say we release it every, like, Friday.
So record by when and release on Friday? Record, like, when do you need it recorded by?
Whenever. It doesn't take long to edit these.
Oh.
So.
Release on Friday. That's not a bad idea. Okay, so we'll do this one on Friday. Next one on next Friday. I can hop on board with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it'd give us some time to think about things during the week. But anyways, so we've talked about NFL. We've talked about golf. We've talked about music a little bit. How do you think the Lake Show turns out with LeBron in town?
I don't know, really. I haven't kept up with NBA and what's been going on lately. Just because when you showed me that thing about Durant, I didn't even know Durant was even like considered for leaving, or Kyrie or anything.
Be really transparent about his free agency.
Yeah. See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I haven't kept up with it really lately.
Well, he's taking a pay cut the Warriors are actually set up for disaster right now. It's worked really well because they got really, really lucky with the draft. Everybody they drafted turned out to just be studs, so they didn't have to pay them a whole lot. And they got lucky because Kevin Durant, I believe, took like a $20 million pay cut the last 2 years. He's not going to do that again. And Draymond, he would have to take a bigger pay cut because Draymond, if he gets, I think it's at least all defensive second team, which he will, he'll get first or second team. And if he gets one of those, he's eligible for the Supermax, which is like, I don't even know. It's a lot of money. But I know it's a lot more than what he's making right now. He took like an $80 million pay cut to keep the team together and keep the guys together because he knew this year he would be eligible for even more money. So he just signed that 1 year extension. But yeah, and he even said a couple months ago that this year if the Warriors don't pay him, somebody will for that money.
Yeah, I mean, for sure somebody will.
Yeah, but this is another topic. But I don't know how good Draymond is without Steph, Clay, and Kevin Durant. He's a good defensive player, but offensively, what would he do if he was the number one guy?
Yeah, I don't know. Offensively, he's not very great.
Yeah, I don't think he's worth a supermax.
Yeah, I don't think he should be like a number one superstar somewhere else.
He should be like a Scottie Pippen to a Michael Jordan.
Yeah, the Warriors just worked out so well because you have. I mean, yeah, you have a bunch of stud players, but they all each have like their job.
Yeah,
so to say.
And so so like I was saying with the Kevin Durant and the Draymond Green thing, Klay Thompson did make a statement. They asked him about how he felt about the upcoming free agency because he was expected to be one of the big names, obviously, this year. You know, you got Kyrie, Jimmy Butler, KD, Klay, Draymond. I think Kawhi is eligible this year. I think this is his last year. I don't know. This year's Russell Westbrook, he's going to be eligible, I think, unless he just signed an extension. I need to look that up. I'm not that sure anymore now that I said that. But anyways, Klay said, why would I go anywhere? Because people sign contracts to find what I already have in Golden State.
Right.
But with that being said, when you sit down to make a discussion and negotiation, because they've always kind of just, looked down at Klay as like the little brother, they've always kind of given him less in negotiations. And I think if they automatically just sit down and they're like, hey, Draymond needs more money, Durant needs more money, Steph is obviously getting his money, like, here's what we can offer you, and it's not going to be that much, I don't feel like it's going to sit well with them.
Yeah. I don't know. But if Klay does leave, I'm following him. I'm just saying. I love the Warriors and I love that team, but I love Klay.
That brings up my point about Melo, is I have never claimed the Warriors to be my favorite team, and I've never claimed to just, always root for them. But whenever it comes to the finals, I've never liked LeBron that much. I used to love LeBron until he left, and then I can't deal with the bandwagon like Heat and Lakers and all that. Mm-hmm. So I've always rooted for the Warriors against him. And just because they're fun to watch, they've always been like a top 5 team. But Melo being at the Rockets, it's my all-time favorite player. So this year, if they play in the playoffs, we will definitely be going at it.
Yeah.
Because I'll be rocking a Melo jersey, I promise.
Yeah. I've got my Klay, so.
I've still got my Knicks one.
Yeah. I don't know. If Klay leaves, I'm most definitely following him just because.
Yeah. He's coming to New York. Klay and Kyrie, that'd be nasty. Klay, Kyrie, KD.
Yeah, it'd be a freak show.
Porzingis, Cantor. Oof.
It'd be a freak show.
Yeah. Kyrie and Porzingis alone, I think, could win the East with the way it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They would beat the Celtics. They wouldn't have Kyrie anymore. Gordon Hayward had to be number 1, and we saw how that worked out in Utah. And Kawhi's not staying in the East. After this year, he's leaving. I don't care what the Raptors think. They shouldn't have gave up DeRozan.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah. There's no way Kawhi stays up there. That laugh, though. Can we talk about his laugh?
Oh, my gosh.
Hold on. I'm going to try it. You ready? I don't even think I can do it. It's not even going to be close. I'm just going to play it just because I want to hear it. I can't do it.
It's just so funny. Like, I don't. And the way he looks when he laughs too is pretty funny.
But here's Kawhi Leonard's laugh over the years. It sounds so forced.
Say that. It's personal. No, I didn't receive no gear. Just by the time I walked.
I have the hat. He gave me one of the hats they had there, so I'll give you the hat back if you want it.
Yeah, just, when I walk down the steps.
People will be asking to talk to you.
Yeah, I know that.
He's like, oh, man.
Just.
Both wins. Both wins.
I mean, it depends who I'm guarding.
Because this is a back-to-back.
These aren't as funny. They need to play the real one.
I'll play it for you.
You play for me. Now, will you be playing
Yeah,
it and
I'll play
you
it.
play it for me? Okay, good.
Guess I'll laugh and smile all day. Moment, yeah.
Hold on. I'm just playing the real one.
About about
Oh,
myself.
here we go.
I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Why do you think Kawhi's an alien?
I mean, it could be.
That was all the comments I saw. You know, he never talks or like shows any emotion.
Yeah. He's just a freak of nature. That's what he is.
Yeah, his hands when he played football in high school, I think was what I heard. They had to order like bigger, special like size gloves for him.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. Can you imagine having a hand this big?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like literally, all right. So my head's the basketball. Kawhi grabs it like this.
Yeah. Like, he grabs a basketball and his hand wraps around half the basketball.
Yeah, I know.
It's freaking crazy.
Can't imagine that.
But let's talk about like video games. So what do you think about Fortnite right now? Do you think Fortnite is staying as a freaking like amazing game, like everybody thinks it's an amazing game, or is it going on a downfall?
I think everybody else thinks it's an amazing game, but for me, I think it was way more fun when it first came out.
Yeah.
All the new stuff they've added, it's so much to keep up with. You just can't keep up with it. I didn't play a day of Season 5, and I've started playing Season 6, and I just feel like I'm so lost in the loop.
Yeah. I think Fortnite is on its downfall. I think
The only reason I'm considering Call of Duty Black Ops is because I want a, what do they call it, I want a battle royale game without the building. And I know like a lot of people say, oh, well, building's a crucial part of the game. That's the whole point of it. I just don't like that. Whenever someone's coming at me, my first thought is to shoot them.
shoot. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to think, oh, let me ramp, wall, floor.
Shoot.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I like Fortnite. It's just every time I play it, I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, fall in, get a gun, and then you find somebody and you're like, oh, there he is. His back is turned to me. I can shoot him and kill him easily.
Yeah.
And you shoot like one shot and they're like, build, and then they're over top of you already, and then they kill you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That just irritates me because,
Yeah.
like, sure, I could like build up above them before they do or whatever, but then that just turns into we have to try to figure out where we're each other's going, and I don't know. It just
Yeah. I just don't, personally, I'm not a fan of it. I like sports games a lot, though. I always have. You know, I've got 2K19. I haven't been playing that as much as Madden, though. Madden 19 is a lot of fun.
yeah. I've heard it. I've heard it's fun, but Big Timer. If people don't know who Big Timer, he's a really big YouTuber. He's on Optic Gaming, and he used to play or does play Madden. And he said that there's something about Madden 19 that he just does not like. He says the running and stuff just feels kind of clunky. And
I will say Kamara, like, just take an example for, like, Kamara, super slow. He has, like, 91 overall speed, but you can't break away from anybody.
yeah, so that's what he said. He said like, he's like, sure, it's like really realistic. Like if you try to run through a little tiny hole, like in between your guard and tackle, you're not going to get it just because like you run into him and you start slipping and you fall over and stuff.
Yeah.
He said the running just feels like super clunky and like he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played Madden in years.
They need NCAA football back.
Yeah, they do need that.
Pronto.
Those games were the best.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but I really liked playing the like Road to Glory where you create your person
that was
and
the
then you
best
go
part.
through college. But then if you had the same year Madden, like say you had NCAA football 08 and you had Madden 08, you could transfer your player from college and play the like single player whatever mode in Madden with that same player.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was super cool, and I used to do that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to play NCAA all the time until I got the One, or the Xbox One. And then
Yeah.
obviously you can't play it anymore.
Yeah.
But you actually have it here, and I need to start playing it.
I've got NCAA 12, I think, and I've got 14, which is the last one they made.
Yeah.
I've got it on my 360. But what do you think? How do you think Black Ops 4 is going to go?
I don't think it's gonna be good. Like, I'm really debating not buying it.
Yeah. See, I've always loved Call of Duty. That's like my game,
Yeah.
and I feel like Black Ops 4 is going to be a step up from where they have been, but I don't think it's going to be the game that everybody's like, oh, we need to go back to Call of Duty because it's so good. I don't think that's going to be the game
No.
to do that. I think it's going to be really good, but I don't think it's going to be the one where
the healing aspect of it just kills it for me.
yeah. I have heard a lot of like big time YouTubers say like you get used to it after a
And
while.
I hate like the hero concept, like where you pick a
The
specialist.
specialist.
Yeah, I hate that. They started doing that Black Ops 3,
3.
and I hated it. I want to make my guy. I want to make his class. I want everybody just to be a normal human. And let's
Yeah.
all just run boots on the ground, shoot each other, kill each
Yeah.
other, kill streaks. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
This one, the Black Ops 4 is supposed to be set. The time period is supposed to be before Black Ops 3.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no jetpacks in it, but you have the specialist. They're pretty much the same, except like I don't think there's a heat wave where like somebody gets near you, you use it, and like you can't move, and I can just
Yeah.
kill you. I don't think
Yeah.
that's in there. There's a couple people that have like a special gun,
I
like
saw the grapple one. I kind of like that one.
yeah, where you shoot it
feel
at
like
the
that would
wall
be
and you
cool.
like yeah. But I don't. I think the specialists are going to be a lot different than they were in Black Ops 3. Because in Black Ops 3 they were like really really OP.
Yeah.
Because like you had the glitch thing where you could like
Go back in time.
hit it and go back in time to a previous position,
Yeah.
and heat wave where you could hit it and the person next to you like can't move,
Yeah.
and like the invisibility one, and the one you can see through walls. Like a
Yeah.
lot of them were very very OP,
They were.
and I feel like this one is just kind of like you have a special gun or something like that. But I don't know. They did change, like the competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Competitive has always been 4v4. You have 4 guys against 4 guys.
Yeah.
It's always been that way. And this year it's going to be 5v5 because they changed online. Online used to be 6 versus 6 unless you played like Ground War. But it used to be 6 versus 6 and now it's 5 versus 5. So they changed competitive to 5v5.
Why would they change it to 5-on-5?
I don't know.
Why would they change either one of them to 5-on-5?
I don't know. I haven't figured out why, but it's changed.
I always wanted more.
Yeah. That's why Ground War's fun because there's like
yeah. Why
thousands
would you
of
make it
people around.
like? Why do you need a big map to go 5-on-5?
I don't know. I haven't.
I don't know. I own Activision stock though, so like I hope it's a hit. I hope I'm completely fucking wrong. But
Yeah. Either way, I'm gonna play it, and I'll probably play that more than any other game, just because
yeah.
there's not any other game out right now that
Well,
grabs
if
my attention.
If I can't find anybody to go to this music festival with me this weekend, I'll probably buy it just because I have that $30 Visa card. But if I go to that festival, I'm definitely using it on that.
Yeah.
Because it would make a ticket like $30, and $30 to see Little Skies and Lil Pump and Wiz. I'm there.
Yeah. If you
But-
can pay with that card.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I could take half of it off or some of it off with that,
Yeah,
and then pay the rest with like my card. I don't know. We'll see.
that's possible.
But I believe we've talked about enough today.
We have. Yep. Well, we'll get this one out on today's Tuesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We'll work on a better intro and ending.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we literally just like we talked about making a video, and so we just sat down and set up and did it.
Yeah. But we are going to plan on trying to do like reaction videos.
Yeah, that's one thing we need to talk about is I would love to do reaction videos because I feel like, because me and Arden, we will always, like, he'll show me something and we'll just start saying some funny shit about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, why don't we just make reaction videos about how we feel? I feel like that would be more entertaining than our podcast, honestly.
Yeah, so we're going to plan on, like, I don't know, listen to, like, an album or, like, listen to a song or something and reacting to it, or, like, a video that's been real popular or something. I'm sorry, our neighbor's dogs are going crazy.
Yeah.
But, and doing, like, a reaction to those. So as soon as we find something to react to, I guess, if anybody drops it out, I guess we can do Yandi whenever it comes out. And
Yeah.
so if we find an album or a song or something that we haven't heard or
Also,
whatever.
have a big job interview tomorrow. The financial company. Wish your boy luck.
Yeah.
I'd start rolling in the dough if I can get this.
Yeah. Also, me personally, I want to start doing like unboxing / review videos. I know I've had this phone for a while. I've got the Razer phone, and I'm planning on doing a video with it of reviewing it because I've been using it for a while. So I kind of want to start doing unboxing and reviews and stuff. I think that would be real fun.
Yeah, and I guess while we're throwing out ideas, lately I've been watching a lot of like vloggers and stuff, like primarily like fitness ones and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's something people would be interested in. I mean, I do a lot of interesting stuff throughout my day, so if people would just be interested in following my life in general through a vlog, I would be down to do it.
Yeah.
I'd go buy some equipment.
Yeah. I've been thinking about doing that again too because I've got a different job now from before, and I don't know, I do a lot of traveling now because I work at like 4 different stores.
Yeah.
So I think vlogging might be pretty cool to do again.
Yeah. Either way, just let us know what y'all think about those ideas. Rewind the video if you got to, because we just threw out a bunch.
Yeah.
But other than that, is there any last words?
No,
Preacher Arden, have anything to say?
I do not.
Alrighty, well, this has been another episode of Unscripted. Unscripted? Yeah, that's her name. Yeah. Leave a like and a comment, subscribe, show all your family, friends, peers, dogs, cats, rabbits, birds, goldfish,
Gophers.
members of the church, anybody and
there you go.
everybody. And thanks for tuning in.